Well, Bishop, you've convened thousands of pastors and leaders here to Orlando for your Pastors and Leaders Conference. You've been doing it for many years. What is the takeaway of this conference? What do you want them to walk away knowing?
I think that the thing that is really, really strong in this place is an understanding that what seems impossible is not impossible. That even though there may be a disconnect between what the pastor is seeing in the church or in his ministry from what he senses in his spirit, that there is the power and purpose to be able to birth that thing that's inside of you and to bring it to fruition. I think they're going away excited.
Okay, what do you think is the number one challenge that pastors and leaders face? I know many pastors watch us on the Harvest Show. They write in. They're eager to get information and to be mentored. What do you think the number one challenge is that they face?
The times are changing, the world is changing, and those that have really been able to be impactful in this generation don't often share the behind-the-scenes things that causes them to build the infrastructure to support the anointing. There's no deficit in anointing. I see pastors in very small churches, rural churches, greatly anointed, but sometimes they don't have the infrastructure in order to be able to function in the climate that we're living in today. And I just thought, I'm going to change it. I'm going to tell, I'm going to mentor, I'm going to teach, I'm going to train. You can't hoard what God has given you. You have to give it away.
Okay, so now let's switch gears a little bit. I know you're releasing, along with Sony, the most anticipated film of the summer, Sparkle, starring, of course, Jordan Sparks and the late Whitney Houston. We could have never imagined that a pastor or bishop would be releasing such a film. What do you expect?
I expect more and more pastors and more leaders to leap outside of the box and start doing things like what we're doing with Sparkle, to understand that we can't just sit in church and wait for the world to come to church. Jesus said, go into all the world, not by camel, but through the world systems, through technology, through television, through media, through every venue that is available to you. These are the highways that the preachers of today must walk through in order to carry our message to all the world.
Okay, so now, does that mean we're going to see you in TV, sitcoms, a reality show?
I hope it won't be me. You know, I really want to be the platform that other people stand on. And so I'm in some of the movies, but not often. I'm getting ready to produce the movie Heaven is for Real. And I'm excited about doing a very popular very, very Christian story that I think that the world needs to see. I've been working very hard to work with the Winnie Mandela story so that we can look at that story. And we're going to be putting that out there. And yes, it's a company. I mean, it's not something my church is doing. I own a company that is in the business of producing film, and we're going to continue to do that. We want Hollywood to know that all Christians are not going to sit back and complain about what they do. There are some of us that choose to light a candle rather than to scream at the darkness.
Okay, well, Bishop, I know that you're very busy and you have to get back to the conference. Thank you for talking with us here on Harvest.
It's been a real pleasure.
Harvest will continue in just a moment.